Tom Cruise has become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, thanks to his daring stunts and memorable parts in the Mission Impossible movies and Top Gun movies. But even though his work is still going strong, his personal life has been in the news a lot lately, with high-profile relationships and divorces. One of the most surprising stories is about how Cruise and Russell Crowe, who used to be good friends, broke up. After all the stress on the set of The Mummy, Russell Crowe finally talks about Tom Cruise and says why he doesn't like him. See what happens at the end. Tom Cruise is an American actor and producer who has played a wide range of parts in movies like Top Gun, Maverick, Edge of Tomorrow, and the Mission Impossible series. He has also been in a lot of great movies, such as Jerry Maguire, Risky Business, Valkyrie, and A Few Good Men. He often does his own stunts. Because he is so good at acting and stunts, he has been nominated for 4 Oscars and won praise for many other parts, such as in Magnolia and Born on the 4th of July. People know Tom Cruise from his movies, but his personal life has always been the center of attention. There has been a lot of talk about his marriages to Nicole Kidman and Katie Holmes. He has been married 3 times and separated twice. He's also known for being a big Scientology fan. Some famous people hate Tom Cruise so much that they don't even want to be near him. It was said by Rob Lowe that he doesn't like Tom Cruise because he's too ambitious. Since the trip, Brooke Shields has had a problem with him. She was called irresponsible because she took antidepressants to deal with sadness after giving birth. Russell Crowe, on the other hand, doesn't like Tom Cruise and isn't afraid to say so. Russell Crowe is a famous actor and director who has won many awards for his tough roles. The Australian actor, who was born in New Zealand, has won over a lot of fans with his rugged good looks and great movie roles. He got an Oscar for Best Actor in the movie Gladiator, which came out in 2000. He has also been in many movies, such as A Beautiful Mind, Louisiana Confidential, Les Miserables, Man of Steel, Noah, Thor, Love and Thunder, and more. It is well known that Crowe is generous and gives money to schools and other good causes. He hasn't had as much trouble in his personal life as Tom Cruise does. He was married to Danielle Spencer until 2018. They have 2 boys together. Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise met at a barbecue put on by Naomi Watts in 1992. Nicole Kidman was married to Tom Cruise at the time, and she set them up. Russell was already friends with Nicole, so the 3 of them became friends. A woman brought together 2 of the best leading guys in Hollywood, and they became friends for a short time. Still, they didn't get to work together on a movie until 2017's The Mummy. The famous stars were no longer friends by the time they worked together on this movie. Everyone wondered what was going on between them. That's when Russell Crowe finally spoke out about Tom Cruise and said the reason their relationship ended. Before they shockingly split up, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were Hollywood's hottest pair. Everyone was talking about the famous pair, and they wanted to know everything about their relationship. Some of the most important people in Hollywood knew who Tom loved, but no one knew who it was. They met for the first time on the set of Days of Thunder in 1989. They went out together for a year and fell in love. After some time, they finally got married in a small wedding on Christmas Eve 1990. Soon, the couple became a famous pair in Hollywood, and fans followed everything they did. They worked together on movies after they got married, like the westerns Far and Away. Also in 1992, they met Princess Diana of Wales and became friends. In 1997, they went to her funeral together as well. As their relationship grew, they had children. They had a girl named Isabella Jane in 1992. Then, in 1995, they got a son named Connor through adoption. They have never been public with their kids' lives, and have always kept them private. Nicole joined the Church of Scientology with Tom, because he has always been known to be a member. But in 1997, she finally left the church, and she even got Tom to leave for a while. She said that she quit the church because she didn't like the boss of the church. Besides that, her dad was a therapist, which is a job that the church doesn't like, which makes it hard for her to stay. Nicole and Tom did not appear on screen together since 1999, when they were in Eyes Wide Shut. Nicole said that the couple had been married for a long time, and had made many wonderful moments together. In 2001 though, Nicole was caught off guard when Tom asked for a divorce. Officially, they said they were splitting up amicably, but Nicole had no idea they were going to get a divorce. To make things even worse, Tom started dating Penelope Cruz in 2001, while the divorce was still going on. They stayed together until 2004, when he married his third wife, Katie Holmes. No one could figure out why Tom chose to file for divorce all of a sudden, so the end of their messy divorce was very strange. He only mentioned issues that could not be solved. Nicole even asked Tom over and over to change his mind about the split, but he wouldn't. She said that the breakup hurt a lot, and was bad for her for years. Nicole, on the other hand, has been very into acting since her split. In 2003, she was nominated for an Oscar for her role in The Hours. She also got married again to country music star Keith Urban, and the two of them have 2 children. You might be curious about what Russell Crowe has to do with all of this. Crowe and Kidman have been good friends for more than 30 years. It's no surprise that Russell and Tom are fighting now that Tom got Nicole divorced out of the blue. The two have been friends for a long time, and have worked together on projects like the 2018 movie Boy Erased in Variety Studios, and Actors on Actors. Nicole said that because she was friends with Russell, it was easy for them to play a married pair in Boy Erased, because they were already close. In 2019, they were shocked to find themselves sitting next to each other on a Qantas flight from Los Angeles to Australia. This was a public sign of their friendship. Russell called her one of his favorite people in a social media post of the two of them. Nicole added the remark, 30 years of friendship and counting. On your way home for Christmas, you never know who you might meet. Nicole has been very open about the fact that she and Russell are friends, even though they have different ideas about what happened when they were kids and met for the first time. Nicole says they met for the first time at a party at her house in Sydney. Russell denied the story, and said, "I never did that." She said Russell drank champagne out of her shoe. "You didn't talk to me while I stood behind you." They have always been close friends, no matter what happened when they first met. Nicole told someone in an interview, "I love and care for him very much, because we've known each other our whole lives." Many rumors have been spread about the close relationship between the two Australian celebrities, with some saying they are secretly dating. The two Aussies are just friends though. Besides being friends, the two have always worked together. In the beginning, they were going to be in the movie Eucalyptus together. Things went badly with the project's creation though, and it had to be held up. After more than 10 years, they played a married couple in the movie Boy Erased. Russell was funny when he said, "I waited a long time to be married to Nicole." In public, the friends have said nice things about each other's acting. Russell said, "Nicole's acting is too smooth to describe these days." He also said that she is brave to stand up for the truth, and that her clarity is what makes her so interesting. Nicole also talked about how much she loved working with Russell. She said, "Because we know each other so well, their marriage could exist with no rehearsal, no time, and no effort." Russell and Nicole have had a strong bond over the years. The kind of bond that only comes from being friends for a long time. That's why he was totally on her side when she was getting divorced from Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman hasn't tried to hide the fact that her breakup was very hard on her. She said she had a lot of problems after the split. A person who is close to the friends said that Russell was angry at Tom after the split because he was loyal to Nicole. Russell had to choose a side after the split, and he chose Nicole. He told the press about the nice guy that he had known Tom since 1992, and that they had been good friends while they were married. He then said that he had agreed to go with Kidman as part of the divorce deal. He said in the interview, "I've known Tom Cruise since 1992 or something. I was really close with him when he was married to an Australian, but when he got divorced, I got to go to Nicole as part of the deal." A friend of the couple said that Russell wasn't happy with Tom after the sudden split. They said that Russell is a loyal guy who never forgot how Tom treated Nicole. It would have made him feel bad to stay friends with Nick. He cut Tom off from his life. He never lets Tom near his friend, and hasn't been able to stand him for years. Russell Crowe finally talks about Tom Cruise, telling him that the main reason he doesn't like him is that he divorced Nicole Kidman without telling her last year. Russell told the magazine, in an interview, that his friendship with Tom did not affect his strong bond with Nicole Kidman. He said it was heavy and hard for him to see them getting a divorce, but he also said that what he said about supporting Nicole was just a joke, and that he loves both of his friends the same. "When you saw how angry the two men were in public, it was hard to believe that was true. A person who is close to them also said that Nicole can't stand the thought of her best friend hanging out with the person she hates the most in her city. The person also said that Nicole is very upset that Tom and Russell are still talking, calling it the worst kind of betrayal. In public, none of the stars have said that they are in a fight, but no one is sure if what they're saying is true, or if everyone is just trying to look good. Nicole was very upset when she heard that Tom and Russell were gonna work together on a movie. It is said that a close friend of theirs said Nicole is still hurting from how Tom hurt her years ago, and she feels let down by Russell. She can't believe he's being so inconsiderate and making her feel so bad. Russell shrugged his shoulders and said, "It's just work," when Nicole asked him about it. He told Nicole that he thought she should move on with her life and not think about the bad things that happened between her and Tom. But she thinks her friends will stay true to her. Russell turned away from Tom more, which was likely because of how Nicole felt. That's likely why the Mummy movie didn't do as well as they both thought it would, because there was a lot of stress on the set. Russell seemed to care more about his friendship with Nicole than with Tom, since Nicole felt hurt when Russell and Tom went to the movies together. Everyone was shocked when Russell and Tom said they were going to be in the 2017 movie The Mummy. Russell agrees to work with Tom Cruise in The Mummy, even though they are angry at each other over the split. Russell will play Jekyll Hyde, and Tom will play Nick Morton. There were plans for this movie to be the first in a series, but it only made $410 million at the box office, so the plans for more movies were dropped. That means it's not likely that the friends will work together again. Russell said that Tom was someone he looked up to and was excited to work with him on The Mummy. He said that they had been looking for the right project to work together on, and The Mummy was it. Russell told Fairfax Media that he and that person have known each other since 1992. "We got together, and some names are going to be called out here. We met at a barbecue at Naomi Watts' house. Nicole Kidman, who was married to Tom at the time, showed me around. He was brought over to where I was sitting. The coolest thing was that I was talking to the biggest movie star in the world at the time, and his wife had told him about my movies. In other words, he asked me questions, not I asked him. We've been friends ever since, and it was a really cool experience. It felt like the right one when The Mum came up." Tom also said that he was excited to work with Oscar winner Russell. He told someone, "I've known him for 100 years. And I thought, I can't believe we haven't done this before," as we stood on the set. Since he said he would play Dr. Jekyll, I was very interested in seeing what he would do with the part, and finally getting to work with him. Russell said that they liked the fight scenes the most, while they were making the movie. He laughed and said, "We beat the crap out of each other." In a talk with Fairfax Media, they even hugged and talked about how excited Russell's boys were to meet Tom Cruise. They were both excited to work on the movie together, but other people didn't hear that. A lot of people who have seen The Mummy say that Russell and Tom are tense while they are shooting. Cruise had too much power over the filming of this movie. For one thing, it was a classic case of a movie star going crazy. Many people blamed Tom for The Mummy's weak start at the box office because he was in charge of all creative aspects of the movie and made all the choices on the set, even the smallest ones. On stage, Tom stated that he was a perfectionist. He said, "I don't just make a movie, I give it everything I have, and I expect everyone else to do the same." Several people in the movie say that Cruise was in charge of many parts of the project, such as approving the script and making decisions about what to do after filming. He also changed how the movie was marketed and how it was released. Tom already has a bad name in Hollywood for being very bossy, which may have caused a lot of trouble between him and Russell. There were also times when they fought while shooting the movie. During this time, they were said to have been tense because Russell was angry at him because Tom and Nicole got divorced. Some sources also say that Russell and Tom had a fight because Tom was in charge of every part of the movie. Russell kept telling himself that his part wasn't needed and that he was in the wrong movie. Some people even say that the stars let off steam when they fought because they did a lot of their stunts together. For most people, this was the first and last time they saw them on TV. There were several fight scenes between Tom and Russell. One of them took 4 days to film. The director said that Russell and Tom have wanted to work together for 20 years. They talked about many ideas, but none of them quite worked out. When this was brought up, they both said, "Sure, let's go." It was really hard on the body to film this scene over 4 days. They both won't work with a stuntman. They are both fully engaged. "We're doing this on our own. Not a single double will happen. Now you're asking what will happen if they hurt each other. They're going to hit one another hard against walls, glass and tables. You don't want to just put on a fight where they can punch each other in a small area. They are supposed to ruin the room as they go around it. Also, Tom Cruise shared a video from behind the scenes of the movie. In it, he and Russell had a fight. There were a lot of people who didn't understand why they were on opposite sides. A lot of people had questions about the movie after seeing the teaser. Many wondered if this was real life or just playing. The movie was finally shown, but it didn't do very well. So we don't know when we'll see these stars work together again in a movie. There were a lot of questions about Russell and Tom's friendship, and one of them was that Tom had brought Russell into the Church of Scientology. Russell later told people that this never happened though. Russell was very open with People magazine about his life, and when he became interested in the controversial church, since he was friends with Tom at the time, he even went to ask him about it. He said in the interview, "From a young age, I was very interested in religion. We spent some time together when I met Tom Cruise when he was married to Nicole. I thought it would be fun to learn more about what he liked. I watched a Scientology video that I found at the video shop. It wasn't very helpful. I told Tom about it, and I thought he was cool. Besides that, he didn't try to sell me shoes. He just said, if it interests you, you'll go after it. I believe that the same thing happens with any faith, if you find it on your own. I never got around to putting my 2 cents down on anyone's table. I've never walked through the doors of Scientology." This put an end to rumors that Tom was trying to convert Russell to the church, because he said there was no pressure or connection. It came as a surprise to hear that people were interested in the church, which helped the players feel less stressed. A lot of people also said that the Church of Scientology caused a split in Tom and Nicole's marriage. In a book written by former Scientologist Mike Rinder, it is said that the church's head set up their relationship. Besides that, he said that a high-ranking church member was told to make Nicole agree to the split so that Tom could move on. But there were also rumors that were not true. They said that the church was glad that Tom and Nicole broke up because Nicole was pulling Tom away from the church. In his book, Rinder said that Tom slowly became interested in Scientology again. But because of this, Tom and Nicole became farther apart. Nicole came to church with Tom, but she wasn't really interested in becoming a part of the group. Nicole's power over Tom, who was the most famous person in the church, was a threat to the church. People said that the church was spying on them and tapping their phones, but these claims were not true, and the church rejected them. The church also said that Mike Rinder was lying about Nicole, Tom and Russell.